Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back, another Poem Masters video, and a new month as usual. Thought we'd, do these again as Sage has updated, the tier maker. So, that was fun here, right? So, as usually do these, start every month, just first impression of these units, how they, feel against each other, and then at the end of the month we'll come together after we use them and see how they fared in terms of first impression versus how they actually, turned out. So. Anyways, a decent amount of units this month, although it is, well, I say that, but it is standard now because it's as it is usually, which is four new Sunbull units, 3 Poem Masters Day grid expansions, and then 2 new EXs since last month, right? So, although last month had one, no, last month was the same. Anyways, whatever. Let's get into this. So, this month I would say is a rather sort of month, right? I mean, it's not terrible. There's some solid units in here for sure, but it's not a crazy month. I mean, which is expected. We literally just had the anniversary. SS Arena is probably one of the best damage dealers of the game, right? All 3 Ana units are really good. Even the month before that, we had SS Dawn, one of the best supports in the game, right? Palatine's Marnie is insane. Luke is fantastic, right? Sings Cynthia Renegade, So this is a bit of a just okay month, right? So yeah, anyways, let's get into this. I guess we'll start at the bottom 2, a bit tough, but I'd say Caitlyn's probably down there. The issue with Caitlyn is, she doesn't really do anything particularly well. She doesn't even do anything particularly average either, it feels, right? She got an EX, but it's okay, her sync nuke's not very good, so that doesn't really help her much, right? And then her psychic damage is pretty average, right? I mean, it's among, probably the weakest of all the units that use psychic, right? Down there. And people say, well, she has those tanking things, but her tanking things are actually pretty bad too. She's not a good tank at all, right? So she doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. That was probably Kahili. Kahili does have a really nice nuke, especially Haymaker and Flying Zone, but she does still lack the most, basic, regular damage output, right? Outside of her sync nuke, which is unfortunate. I mean, if they combined these two a bit, it would have been nicer, right? She would have been really nice with that Striker EX, right? But didn't get it, so it is what it is, right? So moving on. Next, say probably Erica. Erica's really nice of a unit. Fantastic tank that you could run, right? Paralysis is good, right? That she has. Energy Ball's very good, right? She has a lot of move gauge refreshers on Energy Ball. She has a pretty good sync nuke, right? For a free tech unit, her sync nuke's actually really nice, especially now with this EX. So she's definitely a solid unit, right? Moving on to Marley. Marley really did get saved by that extra, +1 crit buff. That's actually really nice. So there is that, right? But yeah, Marley got a bit better, right? Marley got a bit better. She now buffs a lot of different things here and there, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's that. Moving on, Roxanne. Roxanne didn't get too much better. She just got the basics of her kit, soothed out, right? You got the MP refresh on all the things that you want. And that's just good enough because, again, her kit itself is, just really good to begin with. So, yeah, Roxanne's still Roxanne. So, now, on to the new Sunbull units, the new set of, special costume event units, right? Over here, I'd say probably Serena and Sonya. She does have some solid multipliers, but it doesn't result into crazy amounts of damage, right? Her damage is actually fine, but it is grass type, unfortunately, and grass types just have that slightly unfortunate advantage or disadvantage at this point in terms of they don't have grassy terrain. If she had grassy terrain, she'd be unbelievable. She'd be an insane, absolutely insane damage dealer, right? But unfortunately, she doesn't have grassy terrain right now, and that just doesn't, she's just good. She's just not anything crazy, right? Next, I'd say probably Ingo. Yes, he does have Bug Zone. Bug Zone is very good, but outside of Bug Zone, he doesn't do many fantastic things, right? It's just he has speed buffs, right? But like it's slightly unnecessary because of the fact that like it is he's very very fast to begin with. He's already very very fast, and he has a quick move. Like this is just overkill, unnecessary, right? And also he just doesn't help bug types that much outside of Exceligor. Not Exceligor, but that's he's Exceligor. Outside of Escavalier, right? Outside of Escavalier. Quick attack is normal type, so that is good. Decent base power with bug shift, right? But you only get like 3 hits of that. Maybe 4. Get an MP refresh on quick attack. But the defense debuff, again, is nice, but there's just not that many bug type units that could really utilize it, right? I'd say he's definitely the weakest of the zone units, unfortunately, right? He does have a good sync, but yeah, he's not very well designed, I'd say, unfortunately, for a zone unit. Especially considering like a lot of the really really nice zone units we've been getting, like Palatine's Marnie or Lucas, right? Even Skyla Kiss, I'd say, was slightly better designed than he was, right? I wouldn't even say slightly, but yeah, he's okay. It's zone unit. Zone unit's good, but outside of the zone unit thing, like this is just this is unnecessary things. Anyways, moving on. Last two, I'd say probably the best unit this update is Lily and Poltergeist. Lily and Poltergeist is very very good, right? You have that guaranteed. You have that guaranteed heal on your passive, which is nice. Although it's not a lot, it's like 6 point something %, which is not a lot of HP. You barely heal anything, but you know it's something, right? On top of the extra gradual healing yet, she will have a lot of healing. She's gonna be a very very nice tank, right? She is just overall really really nice buffer with against the special attack buffs, the crit buffs. The only big thing that does hold her back from being like a Sonya level support, I feel is the speed issue. She is not very fast. She is gauge friendly. She has 1 gauge Astonish over here, but outside of that, she has nothing else to provide for your team for gauge, unless you get lucky and roll move gauge acceleration on her trainer move, right? But otherwise, she is going to be a bit tough, for your team gauge wise. So you probably would have to want to run her with some solid gauge units, right? Faster units, but otherwise, she's just a very 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 good support, right? Can tank and buff the things that you want, all that stuff. Astonish is very very good with aggravation, especially. Oh, also the other thing is her grid is very very expensive. She has a lot of great things on her grid, right? Stuff like Revenge Boost 9 could potentially fix her grid or speed issues, but then again, you might be giving up a lot of other really really good things. So again, it's just a very expensive grid, unfortunately. Yeah, and that leaves, I guess, Escavalier. Escavalier is really really good of damage dealer, right? In Bug Zone, he is a 1 million damage dealer, right? And again, you don't see 1 million damage dealers that often, and he is definitely one of those. Also, he has a very, very powerful striker nuke, right? For a striker. Pretty interesting kid in terms of self buffs and stuff, right? So there's also that. Although I wouldn't really advise going fully, self buffs with him, but you could definitely do that. But even without that, it's not a very hard road to buff himself. Also, he does have a very nice partner in Ingo as well, so just a very nice, powerful, just straight up brutish damage dealer, right? Nothing too funny. It's just, I'm a striker, I'm here to do damage. And honestly, I've missed strikers like this. It's been a while that we've just had just brute force strikers, right? That don't do, a lot of other funny stuff. It's just here to do damage and does a lot of it, and Scavalier does exactly that, right? He does exactly that. He's just a very, very, very high damage, numbers. He's a big numbers guy. Definitely would have him over the does other utility. Like, a lot of people always, I think utility, people people just call every utility thing good. Not all utility things are good. There are some utilities that aren't, like, sometimes damage dealers, if they're very, very good, would be better than utility that's just average, right? Again, I'm not saying Ingo's bad. Ingo's fine, right? He's just, the kid is just slightly average, right? Unfortunately. Here's what it is, though. But, I don't know. Hopefully we get another Bug Zone set in the future, right? So, we'll see. We'll probably have to get, like, all the zones first before we get, like, you know, seconds of each zone. But, yeah, anyways. That's gonna be this one, I guess. I hope you enjoyed. I'm guys in the comments down below. Like, share this video, subscribe to my channel for some more Pummel content. And, yeah. As usual, we will be pulling for Lily Poltergeist today, which is gonna be fun. So, yeah, good stuff, and good luck, guys, are pulling as well. Also, if you guys do want me to pull for you, on a video or whatever, DM me, let me know, and we can maybe, you know, make it happen, because some people did ask for that in the video suggestions recently. Also, again, do remember for the hashtag Pomat fan summons, if you guys do want me to react to your polls as well for Lily. So there's also that, and I'll again have fun. I'll see you guys.